Well, Essex is a huge county. It covers right from the north, right up in Colchester, down to Southend, across to Uttlesford. And it really is an incredibly beautiful county with lots in it. We've got a major airport, we've got seaside places, the M25 of course goes around Essex.
We're looking for ordinary people that can do quite an extraordinary task, I suppose. We're not looking for people with qualifications. We're looking for people who have got common sense and a love of working with children and patience and understanding for those children.
But we need people from every ethnic group, sole parents, married people, you name it, we need people who care.
A lot of carers come from the same kind of social background as the children that we're looking after. And again, while the social class and background of children will vary, for whatever reason, the vast proportion of them probably come from what would be categorised as working class families.
We do need very much to increase the numbers of black and Asian foster carers that we recruit because they are underrepresented in our foster carer pool, if you like. We're looking for up to, well, around about 70 extra carers, which we badly need for all kinds of children, family groups, and all kinds of different reasons why children are looked after by the county council.
You know, we've got certain children in care. We have children from all cultural background. We need carers from mixed parenting background so that they're able to meet the needs of Essex children, because these are the children that we accommodate.
I think foster carers need to be able to listen. I think that's the most important thing they can bring to affecting the lives of the children in Essex. They need to have time and patience, and it's no good applying if all we want to do is to, you know, bring a kid in and give them shelter. I mean, that's doing something big, and that's wonderful in itself, but I think you've got to give them food and shelter and time.
We need in Essex an ongoing number of people who want to care for children.
A friend of mine had a friend who was fostering and mentioned it to me. I also saw a television advert which said you can foster if you're on your own, if you're on benefit, if you're this or that. And I thought, well, I'll apply, and that's how I started.
We need a variety of people who can offer different skills for different young people at different times.
People coming to fostering because they want to help children.
Children who we care for are from all ages, from 0 to 18. We have the most difficulty in placing children who are around about 10, 11, 12, and of course teenagers, as you would expect. We need to find homes either short-term or long-term. Sometimes it's just a matter of days while a family goes through a particular crisis. Other times it can be the duration of a childhood.
If Essex Social Services recruit more carers, then children are going to be placed more appropriately, I think. There's going to be more choice of carers, so children aren't going to be placed where there's a vacancy, but they're going to hopefully be able to be matched with carers.
Much of the work I'll be doing with the youngsters who come to me from the age of 14 is focused around moving them into independence, or it's about providing them opportunities to stop offending. It's about giving them a chance to have a break to find out really what life is about on the other side of the fence, or where the grass is apparently greener. And so there's always some form of task that's short-term to move on. And with my own lifestyle, that fits in quite nicely as well.
There are several different areas that you can go into. There are a short-term, there are long-term placements, there is respite, there is working with children with disabilities, and there is working with perhaps young children and older children, teenagers, and with sibling groups.
If we get a family group of brothers and sisters, we would really try to move heaven and earth to avoid splitting them up. It's usually, in virtually all cases, most important that we can keep them together.
When people start with us, they don't necessarily need to have experience about caring. It's the ability to be able to learn, to actually work with us as part of a team.
Every single foster carer will have a link worker who is assigned to them and will offer them support, supervision. We also have a very good Essex Foster Carer Council, which is provided by the Essex foster carers themselves, and support groups in each locality. So foster carers needn't feel isolated. They have each other, have network support, and they have professional support.
I mean, I feel quite supported. I definitely don't feel that I'm out on a limb and doing things on my own.
When I need help, it's there. I can't fault the department at all in their support of me as a carer.
Foster carers are paid what we call a boarding out allowance, which should cover all the financial needs and expenses of the child.
There's a sliding scale. It's varied in terms of the age of the child, and so it's lower for a younger child and obviously higher for a teenager.
Since I've been approved, I've got a link worker who's a fostering officer, and I must say my one's brilliant.
Police checks, medical checks, personal checks will go into a lot of detail about their own history, their own relationships, to make absolutely certain that the foster carers are able and emotionally able to care for the children that we'll be placing with them.
You're in the business of protecting children, and if you don't make proper checks, then children can be at risk. I think it's different for different people depending on what issues come up during the course of the assessment.
The process of recruitment and registering foster carers is quite a lengthy process. It's deliberately lengthy because it gives time for families to consult with each other, to talk things through. It's a very, very important step to take for any family, and we would like to make sure that carers get that opportunity to have some time, some thinking time.
When I have seen a child closed up, when they cannot bear to be near another human being, when they can't touch with their hand, and then they are jumping on your lap, they've got their arm round you, they're saying, I love you, or thank you, or can I do? That's what's rewarding.
The kids come in usually, they'll smile at you because a lot of the time these children are desperate to play, desperate to belong somewhere, and they'll smile at you, and then one day you look and you think, yeah, that smile.
A real smile.
It reaches the eyes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you think, I'm really getting somewhere, and that is the rewards when you can see this child that could maybe do nothing and was frightened of everything, and suddenly they're not.
He found it very hard to say to me thank you in any way, but he was able to spend one afternoon making a thank you card, and he's given me, and I should treasure that forever because I can see how I was able to help him.
To foster a child isn't particularly easy all the time because the child is going through many difficulties, and you've got to be there for that child and support that child.
You know, there's just a lot of satisfaction, big rewards.
Moving into a flat and 6 months later coming and saying, do you mind if I call your dad to my friends only? That's the best way of describing the best friend I've ever had in the world.
If we went back 13 years and we're making this decision now, do we want to foster? 100% I would say yes, because we get such a lot out of it, and I hope the children get half what we get.
I have no regrets at all, and I'll do it all again tomorrow.
It is all giving, but you do get rewards, but you mustn't look for the rewards. Some of those children can't give. They will take from you, and you should be giving. You are helping them. They're not there for your benefit. You're there for their benefit.
If you are interested and would like to know more about becoming an Essex foster carer, all you need to do is phone this number. It's a free phone number, 0800 801 530.
A house is a building, a home is the family and the people that live in it.